Hello guys, this is Albert from HKExcel. So if you're watching this video right now, I'm sure that you're really busy with your UCAS application, because if you're applying for Oxford, Cambridge or Madison, then your deadline will be in a week time. But if you're applying for other subjects like law, economics, then your deadline can be postponed to next year January. Okay, but I still see a lot of students not sure what to do with UCAS, even what to fill the forms, because there are so many columns and sections, so they're so afraid to put in the details, and also they're not sure what to put it in, right? So that's why I decided to make my own account right now, just now, and to share with you what exactly needs to be done for the UCAS. Because back in the time I also applied UK universities through UCAS, so I know exactly what needs to be done in order to secure top university offers. And also our company HKExcel has been helping a lot of students, almost about 1,000 students applying UK universities, and up till now we help around 100 students applying for Oxford and Cambridge. So that's why we know what top schools need and how your UCAS form should look like, right? So, and what details you need to put in, and also a little trick to tell you, to teach you how to ace your application. So I hope you find this video helpful, and right now let's go to the share screen mode, and I'll show you what exactly needs to be done.
Screen, so you can see that I've just opened the account for UCAS for 2021. So we only have 6 things to deal with, right? So 6 details to tackle on, so which is personal details, the choices, the education, employment statement, and reference, right? So this is pretty simple, but there are some little tricks that I want to share with you. So after you fill in all this, then you can fill the details, which is a summary, and then you can submit that, right? So let's go to the personal details. So for this part, it's pretty easy. So I'll just skip the personal details part. So the personal part right here, so just fill in the title, the gender, right? And make sure you have to fill in all the things with the asterisk sign, okay? And if you're not living in the UK, then just click no. Then just put in your home address. From the other countries, right? But if you're living in the UK, then just click yes. Then put in your home address, okay? And for the reference number, so this is more important. So if you have taken the IELTS exam or TOEFL, right? So maybe back in 2020 or maybe 2021, then you just put in the cert number, which is the exam number. Put in right here. But if you have not yet taken the exam, then you just leave it blank, right? Because some of the students, they might have taken the exam already. So then you can just put in the number right here. Yeah? But make sure that you fulfill the minimum requirements of the universities, okay? Because, for LSE, let's say they're asking for 7.5 in IELTS. So if you're not getting this grade, then I'll suggest you to take another exam, maybe after your applications, okay, for the UCAS, because you can always do the language exam after application. So as long as before the enrollment date. Yeah. And choices. So for this one, it's a little bit tricky, because for UCAS, you're only allowed to put in 5 university choices. So you can keep adding choices right here. Yeah. But some of the students might get confused with the university name. So let's say the institution code right here, which is the university. So if you want to apply for Oxford for business, right? So you can just type in Oxford. But then you find things very confusing. Okay, so let me show you right here. Oxford, right? Okay, so Oxford. So you can see we have University of Oxford, and also Oxford Business College, right? So make sure you don't choose the wrong one, okay? Because University of Oxford is 033 right here. So how can you prevent from the mistakes happen, right? So just search the course, search the institution code, and also search it online with all this. And then you can check online with the school details, right? So, and also the school address, then it won't be wrong. And also for the course code, there's also there's a little trick right here. So let's say you're applying for maybe UCL, okay? And then you want to choose the course Bachelor of Law, right? So then obviously we'll choose the course code, and then I will choose L, start with L. But you can see that for law, we have many options. We have law M100, law with French, right? So in that case, what should you choose? So it seems like they're all identical, right? Except they have the combinations of French or German law, right? So one of the major things that you need to check up on is the 3 FT right here. So this is 3 full-time, and then there's 4 FT. That means you have to do 4 years with the university, okay? So make sure you choose the right one. So normally students would choose like 3 full-time honors and then also with career law, right? So that's why this combination would be higher. And for the education, so for education, for this one, just put in like your IGCSE grade and also your IB diploma predicted grade. So because right now, if you're doing IB, then of course you have school and college to fill in, right? So just put in your school name. So they're normally on the list, okay? So you can just put fine and then just click and then search your name, right? So let's say my secondary school back in the time, which is Diocesan Boys School in Hong Kong, right? So you can see that. I just need to type like a few words, and then my schools will show up, right? And then for this one, you don't need to fill in because it's already fill in with the school name, right? So you can see they don't have the asterisk sign right here. And of course, you have to put in your start date, so like when was the first day you get into school, and then also when will you finish, right? So for most of the time for IB diploma students, they'll finish the school year like in October, right? Then just in like maybe 2021 October, right? So and then for employment, so many students will skip this because they don't have employment history, right? So but this is actually very, very important because you can see that we only have 6 boxes to check, right? So if you miss this box, and then you click like section complete, right? So without any details right here, then obviously like for top schools, they won't be interested in you unless you are like very outstanding, right? So normally I would suggest students to fill in this part if they have like related internship. For example, if you're applying for law, then you can just put in like employer name, like for the law firm, and also maybe like if you're doing economics, then you can put in like maybe some related company like banking industry or maybe like some economics and media industry or employer to put in right here. Yeah, so let me click in and show you what does it look like, right? So you can see you can just put in the employer name, employer address, so not your own address, and also the job description, like student internship in a particular firm, right? Okay, and then for statement. So this is very, very important. So this personal statement, you can see that we only allow you to fill in like for 4,000 characters maximum. Yeah, so that means you cannot have 4,001 characters. So what does it mean by characters right here? So if you put in like a space, it also counts characters. So let's say Edward, yeah? So this is my name, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this already counts 6 characters. But if you put a space right here, then it will count like 1 more, yeah? So that will become 7 characters. So now you understand that. And also you only allow 47 lines. So make sure after you finish your personal statement, you count the lines and also count the characters, right? So normally we'll do it on like the Google Doc or maybe Microsoft Word, so you can check up like the characters. Okay, so this is pretty technical, so I won't cover much on this because I mean for different subjects you have different style of personal statement. And finally, which is the reference. So for the reference here, of course, you have to put the name of the referee and also the occupation of the referee and relationship. So most of the time, you find a teacher at school because they know you well, and then they also they may have been teaching you for 5 years, right? So this is normally that's why I normally suggest you guys define your teachers to be your referee. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to find like maybe other referees, so that would be a little bit troublesome because normally university will ask for like a PhD degree referee to be your referee. So they need to be qualified. So in that